Oh, yeah. Welcome to another episode of the Tech Preacher Podcast. But you know what? We're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to call it Uncut. That's what I'm talking about. Welcome to the first episode of the Tech Preacher Uncut. We're going to change the format up a little bit. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. We're going to change the format up a little bit. And the reason why is because, it still is a podcast, but it's going to be my thoughts about certain topics going on in the week, in the month, and my thoughts about a few things. As you guys know, that these podcasts and this Uncut that I'm about to start doing is totally unscripted. Listen, man, I just want to give you guys raw, uncut, unfiltered of the Tech Preacher. So welcome to an episode of Uncut with the Tech Preacher, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, I hope y'all ready. So let's get into it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really changing formats and doing stuff different. It's always a way to spice things up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always look at it like this. In order for me to do things and go to the next level, I have to find ways that make myself comfortable. I have to find ways on how to do things different. And so I thought about this. I said, look, let me do an episode and let me start changing it up to uncut. As y'all guys know, sometimes I get unfiltered, I get uncut, I get crazy, I get cuckoo. If you watch Wired Wednesdays, y'all guys know that I just go out of the box sometimes. Sometimes I make sense, sometimes I don't. But you know what? This is a way to express the way I feel about certain things in the tech industry. And I think this is very important. So let's get into it, man. And again, I reached out to a lot of you guys and I asked questions about, listen, should I have the microphone in the scene? Should I have the microphone out of the scene? A couple of y'all guys hit me up. It was mixed reaction. Y'all guys said, hey, listen, I like the microphone in the scene. Some of y'all guys said, I don't like the microphone in the scene. But with this Uncut, again, work in progress, I'm going to have the microphone out of scene. Now, as y'all guys know, the audio version of these podcasts will be on Spotify, Apple Music, and Apple Podcasts, and all that stuff like that. It will continue to be on there at a timely manner. So let's get into some of the topics of the day. And one of the things I want to talk about is Apple. It's amazing how people express their concerns about a device. And when they express their concerns, whether or not it's going to be social media or it's going to be YouTube or anything else in between, the Voltron Force, that's right, the Voltron Force, the Apple people, the purists, come out and they say stuff like this. I had no problems with my phone. I never had no problems with my phone, right? No problems at all. No issues. I don't know what y'all talking about. What is this y'all saying about, overheating? My device, I don't have no overheating. Y'all lying. If y'all don't like the device, send it back and, get a replacement and stuff like that. Just because people expressing their concerns about a device. And a lot of people say, well, every year somebody always got a problem. Well, every year there is a problem. Think about this, right? Technology isn't perfect. They're coming out with a new device, new software, new hardware, and stuff like that. You will run into problems. And I think it's okay for people to express their concerns about their products, right? I think it's okay for people to broadcast how they feel about a product. Listen, man, if everybody if everything is honking door, if there's no problem, there's no issues with no devices, right? If it's no issues with no devices, then companies will believe that they got the perfect product. And as you know, no product is perfect. So I really do want people to continue to express their concerns. I want people to continue to make videos about their experience about products and services. Believe it or not, that's important. And the reason why is because when people came out and talked about the Apple iPhone having heating issues, right? And it was just all over. This is not a isolated incident. And the purists, the Apple purists, the Voltron folks came out and telling people they was lying. Guess what? Apple came out and acknowledged it. Apple said, yeah, we got an issue. Apple came out and acknowledged it. So if Apple came out and acknowledged that it was a a heating issue, then why would people get pissed off at people expressing their issues? So Apple released a update to fix these issues. And some people saying it's work in progress. Some people saying that they fixed the issues. But people need to continue to express their concerns about products and services because we want them to get better. So listen, man, when I see people say every year people complain, every year people complain. And listen, man, complaints is valid. They got some complaints for clicks and stuff like that. That's all. I mean, that's all in the mix, right? But if people got valid problems and they express their problems, whether that's YouTube or social media, I believe they have every right to do that. And I believe that they need to continue to do that. I believe that in order for companies to fix problems, then they need to know about the problems. Now, a lot of Apple people come out and say, well, just go to Android. This don't use the iPhone. Don't do this and don't do that. Well, that's not the answer. The answer is we want Apple to fix it, which they sent out a patch, and the issue's supposed to be resolved, right? The issue's supposed to be resolved. But I say that to say this, right? Because that brings me back to memory lane, brings me way back to memory lane, right? When I, myself, was attacked by people when I talked about the Galaxy Note 7. When I talked about the Galaxy Note 7, Samsung, the purists, the Voltron force of Samsung, came out and after me telling me that the Note 7 was the best phone. There's no problems. You don't know what you're talking about. You're lying. Why you keep making videos talking about your phone is hot? Ain't nobody else talking about this phone is hot. Listen, man, I remember this like it was yesterday when I was making video after video talking about my concerns about the Galaxy Note 7. And people came and attacked me. People told me I was lying. People said I'm false. People saying that I'm doing it for clicks. People telling me all kinds of things. And look what happened. The Galaxy Note 7 was recalled twice. All the Samsung purists, all the Samsung knights came out and attacked me. All of them just come out. Listen, I haven't seen posts on Reddit. I see posts on all kinds of different platforms back then calling me out. They called me out on my YouTube channel. They called me out in my comments. They called me out all over the place. They told me that nothing was wrong with their phone. Their phone was very cool. And the reports of people having their devices, their vehicles, and other things that was blowing up, that was catching on fire. People was making excuses, talking about, why would somebody keep their phone in the car? Why would somebody do that to their phone? Oh, they might have poked the phone. Oh, they might have sat on their phone. That's why the battery exploded. So listen, man, when I came out and I talked about issues after issue after issues with heating issues of the Galaxy Note 7, right, I was attacked from all Samsung purists. I got attacked. And so that's the same thing that's happening to people that's expressing their stuff about the Apple iPhones, right? And listen, his excuses, right? The excuses that we always hear. Oh, well, when you first get the device, when you're loading up your apps for the first time, the device gonna get warm, blah, 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 blah. Listen, man, I believe that people have the right to express their concerns on their social media and make videos about it. If Apple fans or Samsung fans believe that the creator that's making that video is clickbait, then don't watch it. And that's the whole thing. And listen, if you believe as an Apple purist or Apple fan or Samsung fan, if you believe that content creator or that individual that's posting that post or making that video is clickbait and they're just doing it for clicks and all this blah, 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 then don't watch it. They have every right to express their concern. This is the issue that I have. I believe that people have the right to express their concerns. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. You don't have to support it. You don't have to talk about it. Let them people express their concerns. And not only that, going back to when I got attacked. So I get personal about what people attacking other people for expressing their concerns because I've been attacked. Not only once, I've been attacked about HTC. When I used to make videos talking about how good HTC phones is and all that stuff like that back in the day, people attacked me, talk about, well, it's wasted space and it's a dead product and it was horrible, it was trash. And every video I was making talking about how good the experience that I was having with the device, people attacked me, telling me I was wrong. People telling me, you don't know what you're talking about. People saying that, oh my God, that phone is trash. Did you see X, Y, and Z video? And that's the whole thing about this format, right? This platform is that, when people talk about the experience about devices, whether or not it's good or it's bad, people believe that you're lying, or people believe that the experience that you expressing is not the same experience of them. And listen, I use my devices, if other people use their devices, different from other people. So I might use my devices in a different way than you, or vice versa. So we all go have difference of opinion. But at the end of the day, you have to respect people's opinion. You have to acknowledge people's opinion. And the crazy thing about it is when people was attacking people for expressing their concerns about the Apple product, right? When they was getting this slammed and hammered out there on social media, right? Come to find out, Apple acknowledged it. That means that the people that was expressing their concerns about the overheating issues of their devices was really not lying. They was really having an issue. They was really having these problems. So after the updates, listen, man, I did see some people come out and say, hey, this fixed the problem. Some people did say they still have issues with their with their iPhones. But at the end of the day, you have to respect people's experience. And again, if you don't respect their experience and you don't like their experience, then don't follow them and don't watch them. And that's my thing with that. All right, let's talk about the Pixel 8 and the Pixel 8 Pro, right? Which I should be getting my device. Yes, I am getting the Pixel 8. I'm getting the Pixel 8 Pro. And here we go again, right? Google came out and said, hey, we're going to support the device for 7 years, right? And I think that's a good thing, right? Because, if you go back and you look at, iPhones way back then, 5 years or 6 years, they still got very good support. Right? If Apple can do it with the hardware, and listen, man, the hardware that they have, I believe that Google can do it. And one of the things that, we need to acknowledge is that, if a company is willing to give a user long-term, support for a device, that's not a bad thing. And we don't know what's going to happen in 7 years. Listen, it's a fundamental difference between regular degglers and tech enthusiasts. Tech enthusiasts do not rock their phones for no more than 6 months to a year before they switch to a new phone. Regular degglers use their devices till the wheels fall off. Usually people believe that regular degglers, and this is something that I hear a lot, some people believe that regular degglers update the devices every 2 years. That's false. Regular degglers rock their devices until the wheels fall off. Listen, I know I've seen a bunch of people. I've seen people, the regular degglers, rocking, Galaxy S10s, Galaxy Note 9s, right? iPhone 8s, iPhone 10s. I'm seeing people rocking devices that's super old. And when you ask them the question, why do you rock an old device like this? And you know what they tell you? Hey, it still works. It's this phone. They don't feel old. When they click on the app, it opens. When they make a phone call, the phone call go through. If they search the internet, it works. When they download apps from the App Store, it downloads. That's all they want. And most of those older devices that was probably on device payment plans, it's paid off. So what happens with the regular degglers, right? They now have a paid off device. Their bills are low, super low, and their phones is working fine. Only tech enthusiasts believe that people should upgrade every year, every 2 years, every 3. Listen, regular deglars rock their phones until the wheels fall off. Listen, I don't think for us tech enthusiasts should influence regular deglars on, oh my God, your phone is so old. Why are you still rocking a 4-year-old phone? Oh my God, technology has advanced so much. Listen, man, sometimes you do a disservice to people that do not want to get themselves caught up in a finance issue or upgrading. That means, listen, sometimes when people upgrade their devices, right, and they grandfather in on older plans that's saving them tons of money, when they upgrade to a new device, what happens? The carrier tell them, oh, well, since, that we no longer, support that plan. If you buy this new phone, you got to get on our new plan, which costs more money. Now you got to pay for the device on device payment plans. Now you got to get a new plan, right? So now your bill about to go up. Listen, man, I've seen this. I've seen this with my own eyes. You have people, I call them regular degular, the normal folk that's not tech enthusiasts, rock old devices till the wheels fall off. So I say that to say this. Google know that if they support their devices for 7 years, people go rock their phone for 7 years. Listen, a lot of people say, well, you'll have a couple of issues. And listen, this happens with iOS too, right? After so many years, the biggest issue that you're going to have after about 4 years or so is battery degradation, right? You're going to have battery issues, right? And I think for the most part, people will probably have to get a battery replacement. But man, think about this. A $40 or $50 battery replacement is a hell of a lot more than paying $1,000 for a new phone. So, listen, Apple does that, right? People get new batteries for their iPhones. People get new batteries for iPhone 10s and iPhones 11s and iPhone 8s, right? They get new batteries for it. And when they get the new battery for it, it's like new money to them. And on this YouTube channel, and I express this and I talk about this, right? I say this, if you want to keep your device up to peak performance, always at least reboot your device once a month, right? Delete non-usable apps and maybe factory reset your device maybe every 6 months or maybe a year. And once you factory reset the device and you put the apps that you want on it, of course, back your device up, maybe to your computer, make sure you got your contacts, make sure you're logged in. And it makes it so simple because if you're on the Samsung side, if you logged in to, your Samsung system and all that stuff like that, when you're logged into the Samsung ecosystem, all your contacts and everything is going to be automatically saved. So you won't lose your contacts. Now, if you have Google Photos and all your photos get uploaded to the cloud, all your videos get uploaded to the cloud, yes, you do have to pay a minimum fee for Google One service or whatever. But at that point, all your videos and all your photos is automatically uploaded. So you won't lose your videos, you won't lose your photos, you won't lose your contacts. Now, again, if you logged into the Samsung ecosystem or you logged into the Apple ecosystem, when you factory reset your device, once you log into your email and some of your other banking accounts and stuff like that, yes, you have to know your password. Listen, you have to know your password either way. It's other ways on how to save your password on, securely so you don't have to try to remember your password. Or if not, then you can hit forget password and it will send your email. Maybe go on your computer, reset your password. And you know what? Resetting passwords is always a good thing. So I would encourage people to reset their passwords. I would encourage people to factory reset their devices every 6 months to a year. Not only would you get peak performance, you would get better battery life. You would get faster performance. Listen, the phone will feel brand new even after 4 4 years. I take a 4-year phone, factory reset it, and I'm telling you, it works like new money. So it's a fundamental difference between regular degglers and tech enthusiasts. Tech enthusiasts don't use a phone for no more than 6 months. When the new Samsung device come out, they get it. When the new Apple device, they get it. They switch and flop and flip and flop and flipping and flopping and flipping and flopping it, right? Every 6 months to a year, tech enthusiasts always get new phones, new tablets, new computers. And what we do, and I ain't gonna say me because I've changed my tune a little bit, but a lot of tech enthusiasts always make videos or go online and encourage people to upgrade, encourage people to talk about this is a standout feature and this you can't get this on your phone, but wow, look at this feature on my phone. As a regular degular, sometimes you don't even care about those features, man. As a regular degular, listen, when you open up your phone, you got good photos, got good battery life, everything is working on your device. Man, listen, sometimes when you hear all this crap about all these new features and all that stuff like that, don't even mean nothing. Don't mean nothing to the regular degulars, baby. All right. But I want to talk about that, man. I want to talk about a little bit about some of this stuff, man. The Tech Preacher Uncut, baby. You know, I'm going to change the format up a little bit, baby. We're going to have us some fun like we always do, but I'm going to preach the preach. We're going to talk. We're going to listen. I'm going to tell you this much. Some of the things that I talk about, a lot of people don't care. They ain't going to say they care, but they don't like when I talk about this stuff. You know, like, easy, you got this huge platform, and why don't you tell people to upgrade and all this stuff? And listen, I get these comments all the time. It's actually easy. Should I upgrade? And I get these comments all the time. People go, should you upgrade? Oh, my God, easy. Should I upgrade? Should I upgrade? And my answer to that question is always like this. I don't care the name of the company. I don't care how old your phone is. I don't care about a lot of different things. My question to you is your phone working right? Do you get outstanding photos? Are you comfortable with the phone that you have? Is it any specific reason why you want to upgrade? And 9 times out of 10, most people say, oh, my phone working fine. But I've seen other people talking about these enhanced cameras and all this stuff like this. And let me tell you something. I'm going to keep saying this over and over and over again. And I'm going to talk about this till I'm blue in the face. It's not the phone that's giving you the perfect shot. It's the user, okay? I'm going to tell you this because you could give a professional photographer a budget phone and get a great shot. And you could get a amateur photographer a high-end smartphone and get a bad shot. So it's not the phone. Listen, the phone handicaps people because it's using so much computational photography that they use a processing power and all that to try to give you the best shot. But it's up to the user to frame it. It's up to the user to make sure that it's in focus. It's up to you to get everything right, to hit that shutter button, to get that perfect shot. It's up to the user, baby. So I always say that, people upgrading because they hear about the cameras. We hear this crap out every year. This phone gonna be a beast of a phone. Oh my God, they give you 12 gigs of RAM, 16 gigs of RAM. Oh my God, they give you the 8 Gen 2 made for Samsung. It's gonna give you ray tracing and all this stuff like that. It's gonna give you the most powerful phone on the planet. Don't we hear the same song and dance every year? We hear the same thing every year. Every year we hear the same thing. This gonna have better this, better that, better this, better that. And yes, technology do advance. Nobody's not saying that technology doesn't advance. But man, let me tell you something. Sometimes all this stuff is smoke and mirrors, baby. Sometimes this stuff is smoke and mirrors, man. It ain't what you think it is. Sometimes it ain't what you think it is. You got to think about my daily drivers, right? And listen, you talk about a person that got over 200 phones. I mean, I got the latest and greatest. I got Pixel 4s, Galaxy S23 Ultras, all these newer devices, right? And I pick 3-year-old phones as my daily driver. I pick old phones as my daily driver. You know why? Because it works. It works. That's it. At the bottom line, it works. It works. That's it. Oh my God, it's not going to get Android 14. I don't care. I don't care. Because I got devices with Android 14 on it. And when I look at a device with Android 13, if I don't get Android 14, I don't care. Because it ain't like my phone go stop working. It ain't like my phone go all of a sudden start slowing down like a sludge. And listen, stop believing this hype about, oh my God, your phone is not gonna get Android 14 or Android 13. It's obsolete. It's gonna, oh my God, what are you gonna do? The phone will still work, baby. The phone will still work. All right. Listen, man, I want to touch base on real quick on this, right, before I get out of here. Is that, yes, I will be picking topics every week to talk about with this Uncut series that I'm having here. And this Uncut series is going to be me preaching, talking the talk, just give you guys the real no matter what. This is all unscripted, man. And I turn these cameras on, and I want to give y'all guys the real no matter what. If you like that, if you enjoy this type of content, please let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to share and everything else in between. Baby, listen, I'm going to give you the real. I'm going to talk about things that people don't want me to talk about. I'm going to still talk about it right here, baby, because you know why? Because it is what it is, baby. Nobody go change me. Nobody go tell me what to do. Listen, man, this is my damn channel, baby. If you don't like it, move on to somebody that's gonna sweeten and sugarcoat shit for you, right? Here, I don't sugarcoat nothing here. We gonna talk about it no matter what. If you don't like it, I am not the channel for you, right? I'm gonna tell you something, man. I've always kept it real here on this YouTube channel. People don't like it. People, oh my God, he's talking all that crap. He don't know what he's talking about. You know what? For years, I've been keeping the same energy. For years, I've been keeping the same energy, right? I've never changed. I've always did what I had to do. I will never change because this YouTube channel is about the people, baby. This podcast is about the people. This Uncut is about the people, baby. Oh! If you don't like it, oh yeah, if you don't like it, baby, I'm gonna tell you something. If you don't like it, I am not the channel for you. If you don't like me preaching the talk and give you the real no matter what, listen, you know what people say? I'm real, but how you gonna be real when you don't keep it real? You got to face yourself in the mirror. If you gonna be real, people ain't gonna like real people. See, realness, baby. People don't like realness because realness is calling, well, people look at themselves in the mirror and say, oh man, he might be talking about me. No, I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about nobody. Keeping it real sometimes, people don't like real. You know what? I'm going to keep it real here. Thank y'all guys very much. Listen, we're going to see you next week. Same bad place, same bad time, baby. Oh! That's what I'm talking. Hey, listen, don't forget about every Saturday night I do live TikTok, baby. So if you're not following me on TikTok, follow me, the Tech Preacher on TikTok, baby. When I go on TikTok, I'm going to give you the real, baby. And we're going to have some fun. This is a different format, baby. It's going to be a different format. It's kind of me relaxing, having some fun. Hey, man, drinking a little alcohol, whatever, baby. Let's have some fun. Oh, this coffee hot. Oh, thank y'all guys. I'm going to see y'all next week, baby. Oh.